Hey everyone, GoldnPokemon here, and what we're looking at right now is some sort of box. Of course it's a box. No, but what we're looking at here was something that I got in the mail, something I've ordered. But what is it? It's a white box with not a lot of detail on it. And there's this little crest over here. And over here there's some Nintendo Pokemon thing as well. And, you know, you did a box opening for mail day, and I kind of left it there and I said, what is this? So I thought I'd do a video specifically just opening this box because this is a pretty special box. And you guys have probably not seen one of these before because, to be honest with you, I have not seen one of these before. This is probably the first time I've seen one live. And I want to be very careful about how I'm cutting this because I'm going to open this once. I'm never going to be able to open this again. No, it doesn't. Well, it doesn't help if my X-Acto blade can't cut it. Is that enough? There we go. All right. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to open this mystery box. Now, the first thing you guys can see here is that in typical Japanese form, we have these very nice details of how the box interlocks from the top here to it, and how they've made 45-degree angles here, if you guys can see, for the box to fit perfectly, which is beautiful. Very typical, beautiful Japanese packaging. And then we've got some paper here. And before I take it out, I'm just going to move this out of here. I want to spoil the surprise, but I don't know if you guys have seen one of these before. But this is a beautiful wood figure wrapped Pikachu. And these are very indicative of those Japanese dolls that you've seen for boys' days or girls' days and celebratory holidays. You have them on display in Japan in homes and in festivals where they make those Ningyou, which is a Japanese for doll, and they wrap them up with this beautiful material. And this one here, I'm going to leave it like this. Let's put it on the side here. I'm going to just take the rest of the wrapping out because there is a couple more things here. There's a little stand, I think. Oh, look. I'm going to tell you the only thing I understand in that thing is Pikachu. But it's from the manufacturer of the company here, which is this company right here, if you look at it. And they're famous for manufacturing these wood dolls. And I believe also in here is a beautiful base. I'm going to push this back a little bit. And we'll put Pikachu over here. And I don't want to necessarily touch all this stuff with my hands. But here is the wood base that you would use. Or is this the back? It might be the back display for the Ningyou. And then also in here, I believe there is, okay, this was probably the wood platform right here. So let me I didn't expect this to be, so delicate. So let me just put on a couple pair of gloves here. And I'm just going to do this just to make sure, I don't damage the cards. Sorry, the cards, with the wood doll. Sorry, these are fancy gloves for watches. And I'm just going to put in all this nice stuff back inside the box because the box itself is spectacular and I don't want anything to happen to this. And this will go up on display in my home, but what a spectacular set of packaging. There might even be something in here. There's usually Japanese stuff has like these little cards and stuff, or, congratulations on your very special product, and they give you, serial number cards and stuff. I don't really see it here, so I'm just going to put the box like this. We're going to close this box. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever seen something like this, and I couldn't help myself because, I do have family in Japan, and I do have a beautiful collection of these classic dolls that's family-owned, but I've never really had one. And when I saw the Pikachu one, I just sort of had to sort of order it and find out. And luckily, it did not sell out. So here's a beautiful, wow, look at this beautiful lacquered base. I'm assuming I'm not sure which way it goes. Let's see. Must be shiny side up, right? Look at that. And then we have this beautiful backing. Uh-oh, that didn't go well. I'm gonna have to take this off. I just ripped all the plastic that I was trying to not destroy because I wanted to do this very, very carefully. But I believe that would be your back card like that. Unless it's gold this way. Maybe it's like that. That would make more sense. And then you would have your design here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to move it up right into the front of the shot here. And now we're going to take out the Pikachu. And that's probably the one I'm more concerned about handling, because you don't want to take away from all this beautiful detail that's in here. There's this gold sparkling. I don't know if you can see it there. And it's not very heavy. It's pretty light. And that's how our little Pikachu friend would sit. What a beautiful little thing. I mean, this is, I know people collect cards and a lot of people collect Pikachus, but like I mentioned, we really like all things Pokemon. And this thing is just one of those nice little classic pieces that, you know, if I didn't think about buying it right away, would this be available sometime in the future? No, because it's really a handcrafted piece from Japan, and it really is spectacular. And that's what makes it really unique. And even here you can see the way the tail is all put into there. And on the bottom, they still have their Nintendo Pokemon licensing on there. It's just really a sticker, to be honest with you. And look how cute and happy Pikachu is. So I'm going to be very careful and put it back. And this is something I'd probably put in an acrylic box, but it's just beautiful. And I really wanted to separate this and not rush and open it and take it out of the box. But I did put it aside pretty quick to show you guys what was in the mail. But this is really, really a unique piece. I don't know how I fell upon it. I think I was looking at stuff for the Chinese New Year stuff, because there is a Ox, which is a Tauros and Pikachu wood set as well. But I did accidentally come across it. And if you do look at it, there is a little QR code here. And so if you guys are interested, I can message me and I can send you a link that the QR code gives me. If it's close enough here, I don't know if you can get it, you might be able to click on it. It doesn't go specifically to the Pikachu. It goes to the site of the company that makes these beautiful wood dolls, which is that company there. And forgive me for not giving you guys the specific names of the company itself. It was really something I just saw and I really wanted to buy because it was just so beautiful. But there'll be some more information in the body of the text below in the description of the specifics of the company and where it's from, and probably a hashtag. But you got to agree with me, this is probably one of the most unique and beautiful pieces, non-TCG pieces that I've ever seen for a Pikachu. And again, this is on the gold side. I'm assuming there's all this beautiful texture on this side. There's got to be, let's do it that way. I personally like the gold side. I like the reflective quality and the highlights that it gives, which you see a lot in these kind of dolls for the background. But I think you do have the flexibility of looking at it two ways and have this feature here. And they could have gone an extra level and probably have made this more Pokemon-esque, but this is a very traditional fan style, very balanced looking design, indicative of some of the stuff that they do. So it's not really that foreign. And so is the little detail here on the side. You can see here they've done these beautiful designs for the cappings on the side. When I was a kid, my parents had one of these dolls like this. It was for Boys' Day, the Japanese Boys' Day, and you would have a samurai helmet and a small sword and a bow and arrow and a little Ningyou, small doll of a man. And for Girls' Day, they would have one that was a man and a woman. to celebrate, your daughters and girls, but also to bring luck for the future in finding a husband, which is very old school. Who knows today if kids even want to have those things out to give them, find a husband, sure. But it was very traditional. And I remember growing up in the house and having those, and the rice paper soji screens in the room with the low table and the tatami floor, and in the corner you would always have a beautiful design like this. So I think for me, the biggest thing that got me interested in buying this beautiful piece, and please don't ask if I'm going to sell it, because it's not going anywhere. But what's really interesting about this piece is that it is nostalgic for me, and it is representative of a very cultural, old cultural Ningyou building process that's very traditional to Japan. So this is really great. I haven't showed my kids. You guys saw it first on the video. My kids are probably going to wonder where this thing came from. But I am a little bit, I'm a little sketched out about just leaving it out, because I'm, with all these things, when you have real material like this is real, material that they've glued onto the wood portions of the actual thing. And, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to just kind of zoom in here and kind of come a little closer. And we're going to take a closer look at it. But all this stuff is all wood. And when you have all the wood with material around it, if there's humidity and there's issues, this stuff starts to fall apart and deteriorate. Dust, definitely not a good thing for all these things. So this is one of those pieces where, I'm hoping I have a glass cabinet or a acrylic box, maybe something like a basketball box from that they would use for holding a basketball, or maybe even a custom box that I can put around it. To be honest with you, when I saw the picture, I thought this thing was about, not this tall, maybe like 1.5 feet tall, maybe, maybe up around this high. I thought it was a lot bigger, so it was a bit of a surprise to see how small it is, but it's beautiful. And I'm really glad I got to share this with you guys. And this is probably one of the most unique things that I'm going to be able to open. I don't open first edition Pokemon packs, but these are the little detail stuff that you see in Japan that you just don't see here. And they don't go out to mass sales and mass orders. So if you guys do see something like this, if you really like it, go online to see if you can find it. And if you're lucky, you can find one of these things for sale. I literally found one, and without hesitation, I bought it right away, because I knew if I didn't and it wasn't there later, I would be really, really regretful giving up an opportunity to get such a unique art piece. Because this is art. This is not just about collecting and flipping and selling. This is really a piece of art, and something that should be in the home. And, luckily enough, is relative to the hobby that we like. It's Pikachu. It's, I mean, if it was Super Mario, would I want it? No, it doesn't look right. But this is really quite special. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And please enjoy the IG posts. I'm not going to post this because I really want you guys to check out the video, which if you're watching this, you already have. Yeah, this is, there's been Illustrator cards and things posted all week. I know this is not a monetary expensive piece, but to me, this is really quite unique and really special. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Anyway, see you guys soon. And, hopefully we'll see some more treasures in the future. Thanks, guys.